TJ with a Good For You Guy again, and I'm here with Claudia Lucero at the Mother Earth Fair in Asheville, North Carolina, and it's awesome. We're having so much fun, and thank goodness it is not as cold today as it was yesterday. It was freezing yesterday.
My hair was fun.
So, Claudia, tell us a little bit first about what the workshop is that you were teaching here, and then I want to hear a little bit about you so that our audience knows exactly who you are and what you do.
Okay. Well, yesterday I taught actual cheese making from beginning to end, and it took about half an hour. So anybody can do this at home.
Cheese.
Cheese.
All of you have
homemade.
been asking about
Yes.
cheese.
And
this is cheese in like 30 minutes
yes.
to an hour.
Yeah. I mean, really, this one is 30 minutes because you start with a gallon of whole milk, a cup of buttermilk, and lemon juice. And so it's literally, you probably have it at home or can just pick it up at the grocery store. And then you can choose great quality milk, you know, so whether you like grass-fed, organic, but it also works with just regular pasteurized milk.
Does it work well with raw milk as well?
It works with raw milk,
awesome.
Yeah, exactly. And then we played around with edible flowers and herbs and all kinds of really delicious flavorings, honey, you can add marmalade, and it's just really a fun thing that you can do, and when you know that you can do it in half an hour.
She's making me hungry. So, wow, that's pretty cool. So.
Yeah.
Now tell us what got you started into this whole cheese making thing, and actually quick cheese making is what it sounds like, because a lot of people think that cheese is, you know, I have to have a farm and I have to have my own animals and I have to, you know, it takes me forever. But I mean, this is something you did in your apartment.
Exactly, and that's what it was, is that I was sort of yearning for farm life, but I didn't have money, I didn't have land, and so I just wanted to do something that I could do in my kitchen, and so I kind of started playing around with sauerkraut and pickles, and kind of once you start looking into those recipes, you run into butter and yogurt, cheeses, but sometimes the recipes are for 25 gallons, and I'm not on a farm, like I said, and so I was
25
like...
gallons of cheese.
Exactly. 25 gallons of milk, and then huge wheels of cheese, and I'm thinking, how am I going to do this in my teeny tiny kitchen? So I broke everything down to one pot, 1 gallon or less, and just kind of experimented. And then when the cheeses were not perfect, you know, they were my first cheeses, but amazing, I thought, when you see this liquid suddenly turn into curds and whey, and then it's this wonderful cheese at the end. I just shared it with friends at dinner parties and potlucks and things, and people were like, you made this. Yes, I made it, and you can make it. And then I would start telling them, well, I ordered from this one website over here, this part, and then I drove 1 hour to go get that part, and they were like, I'm not going to do that, you know?
Right.
So then it kind of planted the seed of, okay, this needs to be easy for people. And I'm just kind of a natural teacher. I just really like to share with people what I've discovered, I thought, you know, like I was the first one to think of it. And so I thought to put these boxes together where everything's in there. It's for a regular kitchen. You can be in the country or you can be in an apartment in the city, but anybody can do it in 1 gallon pot and just make cheese within.
And all you have to do is buy basically
milk.
your milk.
Buy milk. The kits include every single thing. Plus, you know, I've done all the trial and error, and so you've got tips. There's even a pep talk in my kits, because people psych themselves out.
It's
you
true.
know, they're like, but wait, cheese is something we buy. Cheese is not something we make. But it wasn't that long ago that we were all making everything.
Right.
You know, so it's just kind of remembering and getting back into the flow. And I did set out to make more complicated cheeses, but what I found with my classes and my kits is that the most popular ones were the fast ones.
Or the quick ones, right?
Because
we're in a convenient society.
Right.
So many of you want to go to fast food.
Right.
Let's not do that anymore. Let's make good stuff at home, good whole food, and now she has the option for cheese.
Right.
Which is something that I've had. Now, this is something that goes back and forth too, and I don't know how you feel about it, but what about, a lot of people have had a lot of allergy reactions
right.
with cheese, with dairy specifically, and my own opinion, which I will let it go at this point, is that because it's all pasteurized, because it's all processed,
right.
because it has antibiotics and hormones, it's really causing issues with people's digestive systems and allergies and that kind of thing. So I think using like organic, no hormone, raw milk, those kind of things to make these cheeses will actually be helpful for you, and you're getting the benefit of the dairy without getting the bad stuff at the dairy.
Right,
but you still have to watch how much you eat because of the fat content.
Yeah, exactly. It's still I think of cheese as a treat food, not a staple, and so I like to pepper my food with it and have it as a special thing. When you make it, when you choose to make it, it is also more of a special thing.
Yeah.
But to your point about raw milk, that is my preference, and so I'm lucky in Portland, Oregon, that I can drive 20 minutes and I'm at farms where I can find this, but not everybody can. And so kind of with that in mind, and also allergies, as you said, I started getting a lot of questions about can I just replace the milk with soy milk or with almond milk? And while you can't do that with the traditional recipes because they don't have the enzyme and the fats that you need for the chemistry, I did start experimenting, and with a high standard of it also needs to be good and it needs to be healthy.
Right.
I came up with some recipes for mozzarella and ricotta, and I'm working on others made with nuts, seeds, vegetables, just real food.
So are you telling me this is like a dairy-free, like
gooey, melty mozzarella
that you can put in like
fondue? I mean, just
and no
brie.
animal product.
No animal products.
Really?
Yeah. So it's great for if you have allergies, if you're following a paleo diet, a dairy-free, vegan diet.
Wow.
And the great thing about doing it yourself, because I know that we have better vegan cheeses and dairy-free options out there now, but often you'll still be allergic to one item.
Right.
Or they'll include casein because casein allows for meltability and things like this.
Right.
But also, the flavors are limited. You don't get to use this array of fresh herbs that people can use with dairy cheeses. And so now you're making it at home. You can do black pepper rosemary. You can do, cayenne pepper and whatever you like. So
that sounds
it's that
really
artisanal part again of like making it a craft, making it a fresh homemade food with real ingredients you want to eat.
So if you come down to Orlando at any point, would you be willing to do a cheese class with some people with us?
Absolutely, yeah.
So if you're interested, let me know so I can get her down there, right? And she can teach us a little bit.
Right.
But so now, speaking of that, you have this thing getting ready to go on Kickstarter.
Right.
So.
Okay. So when I got those recipes going, I put out a test mozzarella and ricotta kit that did so well that I was encouraged to work on other flavors. The testing took so long, however, but it's this labor of love that I want to continue it, but I need help. And so I got talked into, encouraged, and sort of guided toward doing a Kickstarter campaign. So that's going to launch in May. I really hope. It's a lot of work because you have to do a video, and I mean, maybe it's the way that I do things, but I really want to list everything for everyone so they know the timeline of when the new kits are going to be ready and what the rewards are.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be really exciting. So I'm working on feta, brie, 3 different kinds of cheddar, and I'm telling you, I'm shooting for like the real tanginess, the real crumbliness
now,
of feta.
is this going to be for your dairy-free line or for your...
Dairy-free brie feta. Yeah, no, that's what the Kickstarter is going to be. So I feel like I've done dairy, and
you've got a good line. You got
I've got a good line.
or so?
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
I've got 7 kits, and so I've got the basics there, and then I'm just really excited to offer the same type of variety, but with dairy-free options. So that's what the Kickstarter is going to be about, but you can already get that at my website right now, urbancheesecraft.com.
urbancheesecraft.com. Now, this is interesting too. She's been picked up by Willam Sonoma as well. So if you're looking, she has kits and stuff there too. And what is your book called?
1 Hour Cheese. So it tells you everything.
1 Hour Cheese.
Yes.
1 hour.
Yes, and that one's
1
dairy.
hour. And that's dairy cheese.
That's dairy cheese.
1 hour for cheese.
But I'm going to do the same thing with dairy-free cheese once I get all the recipes really nice and zeroed in.
Make it good and fresh and that kind of thing.
Delicious, yeah.
Oh, Claudia, this sounds awesome. So, look for Claudia Lucero at Willam Sonoma and your bookstores, that sort of thing. And what was the name of your site again?
urbancheesecraft.com.
urbancheesecraft.com, and support her on Kickstarter in May to really help get some of these kits out there, and let's get people eating whole, really good natural food again. So this is CJ with a Good For You Guy. Thank you again, Claudia, so much. Appreciate it, and I look forward to talking to your friend about fermenting foods.
Oh, yeah.
So thanks so much, guys, and we'll see you next time.